Hey, this is Ryan from Web Eminence, and in this quick video on Google Ads, I'm going to show you a new metric that Google Ads introduced this year that I've actually really liked. So I'm often skeptical with new metrics that they introduce. It's kind of hard to adopt these new things when you're used to the old ones, but one of them that they introduced this year is called ClickShare, and I've actually really liked it and found it useful. So I'm going to show you why in this video. So ClickShare has a lot of similarities to Impression Share, as you'd imagine, but it does a little bit more calculation to give you more information in one simple number. So I have hundreds of my campaigns pulled up in this video, and I'll scroll through some of them, but real quick, let's just look at the simple definition that they have on the column, which is ClickShare is the clicks you've received on the search network divided by the estimated number of clicks that you could have received. And it is very similar to Impression Share because that is Search Impression Share. Search Impression Share is the impressions you've received on Google search sites divided by the estimated number of impressions you are eligible to receive. So you can see they're basically the same thing, but one measures impressions and one measures clicks. So the difference between impressions and clicks, I'll show you here. Clicks are obvious. Impressions are when you get a display of your ad. So here's an ad here. There's 3 of them. Looks like there's 4 on this sample search that I did. So each of these is getting an impression. But one of the tricky parts about Impression Share is that you could be getting impressions at the bottom of the page. So this person here is getting impressions, but they are likely getting a low click-through rate if they're showing impressions down here. So rather than pages nowadays usually have continuous scroll, so we have more ads showing, but these would not be considered, at the top. These would be down below. And what that's called in the actual measurement would be impression top versus impression absolute top. So impressions at the top would be, at the top section here, and then absolute top would be in the number 1 spots. So even though all these count as an impression, they're not all created equal. So the top of the page, number 1 spot's obviously going to get more clicks and have a higher click share. And then the ones that are showing in the top spots here, the top section of ads, are also going to have a higher click-through rate than ads that are showing down the page. So those different factors and more are taken into account when they calculate ClickShare. So if I scroll through here, we're going to see some similarities in Impression Share and ClickShare. Obviously, the higher the impression share, the higher the click share. But again, if a campaign is getting a high impression share at the bottom of the page or not at the top section or not in the top section, then it's going to have a low click share in comparison to impression share. So if we just scroll through this list here, here's one example of a 65% impression share and a 61% click share. Here's a low impression share of 16, low impression share of 15. But if we scroll through, we'll see some that have a higher difference. So like here's a 30% impression share, but only 18% click share. So there's a good chance this one is showing lower on the page more often. So this probably is sounding a little complicated, but the beauty of the ClickShare number is it really eliminates this complexity. It does these calculations for you just to give you a real simple ClickShare number that you can use yourself. And I love it because I can share it with my clients whereas in the past, if I had to give them an impression share number of 30, that is not really telling them the whole story. But number 18% ClickShare, it really gives a lot more information because right away they know what clicks are, but they might not know what impressions are. So giving them that 18% number rather than this 30% number is a lot more informative to my client in this case. And that's why I really love the ClickShare number. I'm just scrolling through here for a couple more examples. Here's a 55% impression share with only a 24% click share. So it's really the click share is less than half the impression share. So in this case, the click share number is a lot more informative than that impression share number. So if you have any questions about this, let me know. I just wanted to share this metric with you because a lot of people probably aren't using it. If you don't have it on your campaign page, you can go to columns, modify columns, and ClickShare is going to be under, where is it? Competitive metrics. So it's in competitive metrics with all the search impression share numbers. Here's the ones I like to add. I like to have impression share and then search loss by rank, search loss by budget, and then also ClickShare. And you can kind of see my columns set up right here. If you have any others that you like that I'm not using, let me know what your favorite columns are. If you have any questions about other metrics that you're not sure how they work, or you're just wondering if they might be useful, feel free to comment below and maybe I'll look into that metric and try to answer your question in a future video. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.